Welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I am streaming to you live from beautiful and cloudy Budapest here in Central Europe. I hope everybody has had a great start to their week. Hi Hugh Tran, hi Kapil, hi Sudhanshu Sharma from India. Brown Fox, good to see many of you in class. Again, this lesson is brought to you by aehelp.com. That's academicenglishhelp.com for help with the academic version of the exam. For the general, check us out at gieltshelp.com. That's for the general version. Join our premium courses there. I'll quickly show you what those websites look like while we wait for some more students to join in on this live stream. This is the academic website, aehelp.com. You can click that red button to join there. You can link it with our app, Academic IELTS Help. And this is the general version here with the green background. You can click that red button there to join the general version. Both of those websites have many hours of video lessons, original practice exams, and a fully interactive course that you can use on your tablet, phone, PC. Students, if you have questions, don't be shy. Send me an email, Adrian, A-D-R-I-A-N, at aehelp.com. We are IELTS experts. There is a team of us. We are partners with British Council for Registration. So we know a lot about the exam, how it works, how to do well, and what you have to pay attention to. So definitely you can reach out to us. Hi Zainab and other members. I saw a few more members joining in as well. Great to see many members in on this class. Again, students, these live classes are Central European time. Either 13:30 and 15 o'clock. 13:30 is members chat classes. 15 o'clock is all chat classes where everybody can interact like this one. Today we're focusing on speaking part 1, questions and strategy, and tomorrow we will look at a members class task 1 table and then a listening class for everyone. So make sure to mark that in your calendars. Now, let's get into some warm-up questions here. Again, I always start with these. I remember last class somebody says, why do you always start with these very similar kinds of questions? And the reason, again, students, is for the first few questions in the IELTS exam, you're almost guaranteed to have these questions. And you have to be really confident and natural. So I want you to practice these as much as possible. So when you walk into your next IELTS speaking interview, then the answers for these questions, you really don't need to think about them. They just kind of naturally, like a native speaker, come through your brain, onto your tongue, out your mouth, and directly at the examiner. Okay, so Sharma, Shishir, tomorrow, good luck on your speaking exam. Pay attention to the questions and the advice in this class, and you should do okay. All right, make sure to take your ID with you. One of the first questions you will be asked is, may I see your identification? And again, there are different ways to answer this question. So please give me a nice full sentence answer for this, okay? Again, remember students, always speak in full sentences on your interview, not in half sentences, okay? I know many of you are like, well, I'm not going to use one-word answers, of course, but don't just speak in half sentences like, oh, because a lot of people are happy when they use it, but use the full sentence, okay? People like playing with frisbees because they're happy when they use it. So full sentences, okay? All right, so I see some answers coming up, and I'll go through some. Pratik Patel says, sure, here it is. Okay, it's simple, clean to the point. Lani Daulak, Dawalak says, sure, here you go. That also works well. Okay. David Valencia says, of course, here you are. Please take a look. That works nicely also. Okay, so those are full sentences. All right. And of course, be polite. This person is new to you. You are new to them. So it's not a friendly chit chat. Be as polite as possible. Danish, our member, says, yes, certainly. Please have a look. Franklin is watching from Zambia. Hi, Franklin. Make sure to answer. And students, this is a speaking class, so don't just read and write, but also make sure to speak and repeat. Okay, it's very important to speak and repeat, and not just statements and sentences, but questions also. Okay, Sasha Han says, yes, of course, here you are. Okay, so may I see your identification? Definitely. Here you are. Please take a look. All right. And before they give your identification back, they will match your name with your registration number, as well as your picture with who you are. So the next question that comes up is, what is your full name? Okay, what is your full name? And don't get freaked out if they are staring at you and then they're staring at your passport or your ID card and they're staring at you. They're just making sure that you're not a fake, a phony, you're not a replacement person there to get a good mark, a doppelganger. It's called a doppelganger in English, somebody that looks like you but is not you. So what is your full name? Again, lots of ways to answer this. Satisfying Times says, my full name is Chabi. Yes, I always forget your name, Satisfying Times, but I know it's Chabi. I'm really trying to remember it. Khalil. I'll keep that in mind. I know a character in a series I used to watch. His name was Khalil. Okay, so Khalil says, my full name is Chabi Khalil, but I like to be called Lilo, as all my friends do. Okay, that's very good. Vicky Sharma says, my family name is Vicky and my last name is Sharma. Please just call me Vicky. Vicky, that's kind of awkward because in many Western cultures, your last name is your family name. Okay, so my full name is Adrian Benedek. My family name is Benedek. My last name is Benedek. So it's better to say Vicky. My family name is Vicky and my given name is Sharma. It's because in different cultures, we reverse the family name from first to last. So it's better to say family name and given name, or surname and given name. First and last name, it's different in US and Canada. Your first name is your given name. Your last name is your family name. So keep that in mind, okay? So Vicky says, my family name is Vicky and my given name is Sharma. Please just call me Vicky, okay? Kandil Naeem says, my name is Kandil Naeem and you can call me by my first name, Kandil. Okay, it's good. All right. So, my family name is Smithson, just making it up. And my given name is Thomas. Please just call me Tom for short. Okay, that's another way we say it, especially if you have a nickname that is actually the short form of the given name. So Thomas is often referred to as Tom. So please just call me Tom for short. Okay, it's kind of interesting. All right. So repeat after me, students. What is your full name? My family name is Smithson and my given name is Thomas. Please just call me Tom for short. Okay. And a very common question is, what do you like doing in your free time? Okay, what do you like doing in your free time? Now, before you answer this, I see that there are a lot of you answering. What is the grammar of this question? So you've preloaded your answers, but careful, careful. What grammar does this question use? Okay. So Dana says, in my leisure time, I often play cricket with my best friend Raj. It not only keeps me active and healthy, but also enhances my team leadership qualities. Okay, Danish, not bad. Careful not to elaborate too much and go off topic. So Sachin Zaid says it's a simple present tense. Carolina Asanyo says it's simple present tense. But it's not. Okay. What do you like doing in your free time? So it's present. It's not simple though. What is it? So Pachu says it's present indefinite. No, because that would be what do you like to do, Pachu. Okay. It's actually present progressive. Okay. So notice how this isn't the same question as what do you like to do. Okay, so that was a little bit tricky. It seems simple, but I really want you to focus on grammar of questions. That will affect your score. And if you want that high band score, you really do have to pay careful attention to grammar. Native English speakers will often feel the grammar, so they respond accordingly. Okay, so this first one is a present progressive because notice that it's an ing on the verb, right? Doing in your free time. So here it's a present progressive, okay? Versus what do you like to do in your free time, which is a present simple or indefinite, right? It expresses a general content. Now, here's a little tip, students, when you're thinking about progressive versus simple. So progressive is a video versus simple, which is a still picture. Okay, so that's how you should think about this in your language. Okay, when you have a question or a statement using the ing, to a listener, that means that there's motion, there's movement. So if you say, I like playing basketball in my leisure time, I literally will see you bouncing the ball, taking shots, stealing the ball, and moving around. If you say, I like to play basketball in my free time, I see you on the general, like a photograph, taking a jump shot. Okay, so that's the essential difference between using one versus the other. In the continuous, you're creating a moving image in the listener's mind. With the present simple, you're creating a still image in the listener's mind. Keep that. So when you hear a question in progressive form, you should focus to answer in progressive form. Okay, so Prajakta P says, I enjoy watching TV and listening to music, but what I enjoy the most is experimenting with food and different cuisines. Prajakta, that's very good. So that's all progressive. So notice how Prajakta says watching TV, listening to music, experimenting with food, right? So I'm thinking of Prajakta as actually like a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some more cutting of the onions, throw that in there. So I see him in motion. Okay, very good. All right. All right. Lani says, during my free time, I like browsing the internet. Watching short documentaries, for instance, the life of students crossing rivers just to reach their school. Okay, so I adjusted your grammar there to be progressive. Okay, so Carolina Asanyo, in my leisure time, I enjoy hanging out with friends. Good. Watching movies and running outside. Yesterday after work, I went to the park with my friend Sarah, and we were running around near my home. We were running around the park. So keep it all progressive. Okay, very good, students. So in my leisure time, I like jogging for about 8 kilometers, as well as watching movies and going to restaurants with my family. I just went for a great run this morning. Okay, good. So repeat after me. What do you like doing in your free time? In my leisure time, I like jogging for about 8 kilometers, as well as watching movies and going to restaurants with my family. I just went for a great run this morning. Okay, that will get you a good band score. The more you reflect grammar, the better you will do on the exam. Okay, keep that in mind. All right. So speak in full sentences. Reflect the grammar of questions. Okay. Those are important tips to get those high band scores. And then the next question. What will you do after this exam? Okay, what will you do after this exam? Onisim says, after taking my exam, I will definitely celebrate one of my friend's birthdays. I just got the invite last week, right, Onisim? Satisfying times, that's an interesting question. Well, it's my mother's birthday, so I will pass by a store to buy her a present and maybe a perfume, and I will get her some flowers. Very good. Danish, Raza says, after my exam, I will go to Goa on a 3-day trip as I had planned with my friends. Past perfect Danish. After a long preparation for this exam, my mind and body both needs a bit of relaxation and entertainment. Very good, Danish. Okay. Hussein Siddiqui says, once I finish this important exam, hopefully I'll be successful, so that will give me a bit of a boost to take my family outdoors and perhaps for a delicious dinner. Outdoors, Hussein, means into nature. So for a delicious dinner, maybe if you're going on a picnic, but it sounds like you want to take them out for a delicious dinner, not outdoors for a delicious dinner. That's a little bit tricky. Okay. So certainly, let's just start with a different one. I will likely be mentally drained at the end of this exam, so I plan to do an activity which is relaxing and entertaining. Perhaps go to the theater with some friends, or just relax at home playing video games. Sure, why not? All right, repeat after me. What will you do after this exam? Notice that's present simple. I will likely be mentally drained at the end of this exam, so I plan to do an activity which is relaxing and entertaining. Perhaps go to the theater with some friends or just relax at home playing video games. Now, notice, students, that for many of us, even for native speakers, a word that would naturally come to mind here is something. Okay, so it's very easy for the brain and for our speech to use the word thing or something, all right? So many people will quickly just say, I will likely be mentally drained at the end of this exam, so I plan to do something which is relaxing and entertaining. However, that's not the best choice or word choice for the exam. In the exam, you really want to avoid the word thing or something because this is just a cheap replacement for a more specific noun, in this case, activity. And when you use activity, you're showing lexical resource. When you use something, you're not showing lexical resource. So again, to get those better band scores, pay attention, especially when you practice, because this takes practice, to avoid these cheap noun replacements. That's what I call them. They're cheap noun replacements. And the cheapest of them all is the word stuff. Okay, please do not use the word stuff on your IELTS exam. Okay, so practice to avoid the word thing, stuff, something, and you in your IELTS exam. Okay, these words are cheap replacements for better nouns that will lead to overall improved communication and greater lexical resource, therefore higher band scores. Okay, keep that in mind. Very important tip. Okay. So, at this point, your examiner will say, that is, or let's continue with part one. Let's talk about being healthy, or let's talk about healthy living. Okay, let me just do a little adjustment there. Let's talk about healthy living. All right, let's do that. Let's talk about healthy living. At this point, you should be visualizing, so picturing what it means to live healthy. What are the two ideas that come to mind right away when you have this topic? So the IELTS exam likes to present these grand topics like pollution and health and technology. So when you think about health or healthy living, what are the two points that come to your mind right away? And as long as you identify these, you're going to do much, much better. Very good. So Mimi Grabitzi says food and exercise. Yeah, so food and food and exercise. Very good. Okay, yeah, absolutely. All right, so as long as you've thought about those 2 points, you're on the right track to do well. Okay, so again, remember that the IELTS is designed for a global population. So you need to keep your mind clear and think about these general responses or categories to ideas, okay? So keep that in mind. So IELTS is designed for a global population. So they choose these grand topics that most people should be able to talk about. Okay, so keep your thoughts simple. All right, so now your examiner will ask you, what do you do to stay healthy? So, what do you do to stay healthy? Sachin Kumar says, I wake up early morning and I do exercise like going for a jog. Okay, Sachin, where do you go? How long do you go for? Why does that make you healthy? Gurbir Singh says, well, I usually go to the gym every day for a 1 hour workout and I eat nutritious food like fruits and vegetables. Okay. Bitisha Puri, regular exercise is too short of an answer. That will not get you band scores. It's too short. Okay. Priyanka Singh, our member, says, to be in shape, not only do I do regular exercise 5 days in a week, but also I control my diet, such as less carbs and high protein. Priyanka, very nice. So that's a band 9 answer, okay, with a couple corrections. All right. Nice correlative conjunction, Priyanka. Nice use of lexical resource. Good use of quantitative language, saying 5 days a week. That's what gets you points. Dana says, well, I often eat vegetables and fruits because these foods are hygienic and have high amounts of vitamins, proteins, minerals, and carbohydrates. Okay, Dana, you got to be careful about what you say. They don't often have carbohydrates. I think you're probably rethinking that right now. Yvonne, so Yvonne, notice that third word in your response? We just talked about it. Get that word out of there. Replace it. What's a word to replace that word, Yvonne? So the first something in the morning I usually do is exercise. It helps me to keep in shape. Don't repeat the word morning. So Yvonne, I'm going to help you out here a little bit. So the first activity that I do in the morning is exercise for 30 minutes. It helps me keep in shape and to stay energetic for most of the day. Okay. Amar Wadi says, oh, I go to the gym twice a week and I just finished my routine before coming to this exam, or my workout. Not my course, Samar. We don't say course for the gym. Not that I've ever heard. Okay. Juan Pablo Avila says, to stay healthy, I often exercise and try to eat nutritious food. Okay, watch your repetitions, students. Watch your repetitions. All right. And so many answers came up suddenly, Juan, that I completely lost where you are. Okay, there you are. So Juan says, again, to stay healthy, I often exercise and eat nutritious food. To improve these parts of my life, I've been going to the gym and seeing a nutritionist. All right. Shang Hung, good to see you in class. Shang Hung says, well, I became a vegetarian for 6 years and I work out 4 times a week. Not only does it make me feel energetic, but I also feel strong. Shang Hung, if you say, well, I became a vegetarian for 6 years, it means that you're no longer a vegetarian. So careful how you express that. I think what you're trying to say is, well, I have been a vegetarian for 6 years and I go to the gym 6 times a week. Shang Hung, remember, if it's something you started in the past, it continues until now and will likely continue into the future. Use the present perfect, okay? Use the present perfect to express that kind of idea. It's the best grammar for that. So I have been a vegetarian. Unless I'm wrong and you started eating beef like this morning or something like that, all right? Could be. Maybe it's my bad. Okay. So, students, some good answers. If I didn't catch yours, don't worry. I will get to you later. Okay. Here we go. Not only do I exercise regularly, at least 5 times a week, but I also pay careful attention to eating nutritious food. As I said, I go for jogs near my home, and I get at least 2 servings of fruits and vegetables each day. All right. So I've taken some of your fantastic answers and incorporated some of these important strategies that are required for high band scores. Now, students, I really want you to know that high band scores, band 9, on the IELTS exam, it doesn't just mean that you did a good job on the exam. Okay, it's very important that you learn this. When you're able to achieve a band 8.5 or a band 9 on your speaking section of the exam, it also means that you're becoming a powerful communicator, regardless of language, regardless of English. It means that you are clearly conveying your ideas to your audience, whereby you're not just thinking about yourself and what you want to say, but you're thinking about the interpretation or the understanding of your listener. Okay? So repeat after me. What do you do to stay healthy? Not only do I exercise regularly, at least 5 times a week, but I also pay careful attention to eating nutritious food. As I said, I go for jogs near my home, and I get at least 2 servings of fruits and vegetables each day. Lots of connections. It's cohesive because I relate to what I said earlier. I use a correlative conjunction. High band scores. All right, Kamlesh, welcome to the class. One more. Zainab says, to maintain my health and avoid obesity, I eat organic foods, vegetables and fruits, as well as go for jogs 45 minutes, 6 days a week. However, I'm sleeping 8 hours a day for mental health. Zainab, not however, it's not an opposite, it's additive. Furthermore, I sleep 8 hours every night to keep my mind healthy. Okay. Here we go. Next question. What kind of healthy foods do you eat? Okay, so what kind of healthy foods do you eat? All right. And I think Mirwaz is already answering this. So Mirwaz says, well, as I'm a vegetarian, I most often eat organic foods and vegetables, which make me stable and healthy because they are naturally processed, and I always stay away from junk food. Okay, Mirwaz and other students, organic food includes meats and vegetables and other types of food. It just means that it was grown according to some type of standard. Does everybody know the meaning of organic? I have a feeling sometimes people learn organic food and what that might mean before they actually learn the meaning of organic. Anybody know what organic means? What is the meaning of organic? Versus the opposite. Anybody know what the antonym of organic is? What is the opposite word of organic? David, organic does not mean without pesticides. Okay, that's just a modern application of it. Okay, so Charlie Sen says the opposite of organic is inorganic. You're right. Okay, so the antonym is inorganic. Okay, and organic means, looking for an answer to that question. Yeah, sometimes English can be confusing because it's used so much in the modern world that the meanings of words get changed and people learn them. So organic actually means living. Okay? Inorganic means not living. Okay? So any animal, any plant is organic. We are organisms. We have organs. My heart, my lungs, they are organs. They're my internal organs. I am an organism. I am organic, as opposed to this pen. Okay, as far as I know, this pen is inorganic, meaning non-living. Okay, now in the modern world of humans, we have taken this word and changed it into something that we think is a little bit different, but inorganic means non-living. Okay. Okay, so a dog is organic, even if they've eaten some pesticides. Although the USDA might not call the dog organic at that point. So, and a rock is inorganic. Okay, keep that in mind in the future. All right. Okay, just a little side note. So, organic comes from organism. It's a different word form for organism. Okay. All right, so we have some more answers coming up. Let's see. Abdul Waiz says, I often eat vegetables. Processed foods are not good for health as these will create problems like obesity. Sudanshu Sharma says, I usually eat different types of fruits such as apples and bananas. Besides this, I eat green veggies such as cooked mustard green leaves, brinjal, and others to stay healthy and mentally strong. Olya Bizira says, oh, my daily ration is really variable. I frequently include fruits and vegetables in my diet at least once or twice per day, whereas I eat meat much more rarely, maybe just once or twice a week. Okay, it's good. See some more. Kapil Gaur says, as I am an open-minded person and not a vegetarian, I eat raw eggs for breakfast with a glass of milk. In addition to this, I do prefer low carbs, maybe some meat for protein in the afternoon, with lots of salad to get fiber into my diet as well. Okay, some corrections there. So, I pay attention to eating various types of organic certified foods that are not genetically modified. Okay? Also pay attention to that, students. Genetically modified foods and organic foods are not necessarily different. You could have genetically modified foods that are certified organic. All right? Lots of bananas, apples, and oranges. As well as lettuce, tomato, and red onions. I eat meat about twice a week, usually seafood like prawns, which is much easier for me to digest than red meat, like steak. All right, so we could have lots and lots of different answers for this question. Here's mine. Repeat after me. What kinds of healthy foods do you eat? I pay attention to eating various types of organic certified foods that are not genetically modified, lots of bananas, apples, and oranges, as well as lettuce, tomato, and red onions. I eat meat about twice a week, usually seafood like prawns, which is much easier for me to digest than red meat like steak. Okay. All right. Nice answers, students, and I'm really appreciating the variety and the originality of your answers. That's great. All right. Here we go. Do you take any vitamins? Why or why not? Let's go for that one. So that's quite a different question. If you have an examiner who is British, they will ask the question as vitamins, but us Americans and Canadians, we call them vitamins. So two different pronunciations there. Vitamins. Okay, British will pronounce it vitamins oftentimes. Okay, Pavan says, yes, I do pop vitamin tablets to prevent sores and blisters in my mouth. Vitamins are essential to build my immune system, and these help to keep me healthy. Pavan, very good. What kind of vitamins do you take, Pavan? Vitamin C, B, multivitamin? So, Milka has a good question. Milka says, how many questions are in part one? Milka, it's not necessarily the number of questions, but the time. So you have about 12, maximum 15 minutes for the speaking interview. Roughly the first 5 to 6 minutes will be part one. Depending on your fluency, the amount that you say will determine how many questions. If I had to say a number, it's going to be between 5 to 10. Okay? I hope that answers your question, Milka. All right. Vanessa says, no, I don't, because I believe that we don't need extra supplements artificially created. If we ingest nutritionally dense foods, our bodies will absorb what it needs. Vanessa, not bad. However, in part one, when the question focuses on you, don't generalize. Okay, so don't talk about we in general as people or as a population, but focus on yourself. In some parts of the world, they definitely have malnutrition because there's a lack of nutritious food, so vitamins can help a lot. So you have to be really careful, okay? You have to just focus on yourself, Vanessa. So no, I don't, because I can get all the nutrition I need from the foods available near my home in supermarkets and farms. So I don't need it, okay? Focus on yourself, okay? All right. Sheng Hung says, yes, I take vitamins B12, as I had mentioned before. I'm a vegetarian, so there's not enough of this nutrient if I eat just vegetables and fruits, and I know this from doing research. A very nice answer, Shang Hung. So that's nice, original. That will get you a good band score. So do you take any vitamins? Yes. I take vitamins every day, especially vitamin D, as there is less sunshine in my part of the world. So I need more of this vitamin to stay positive and healthy. I also take vitamin C during the winter months to keep my immune system strong. Okay. All right. So again, repeat after me. Do you take any vitamins? Why or why not? Yes. I take vitamins every day, especially vitamin D, as there is less sunshine in my part of the world, so I need more of this vitamin to stay positive and healthy. I also take vitamin C during the winter months to keep my immune system strong. Okay. Olia Bizira says, well, I used to take vitamins because of some health reasons. Now I don't take them. I'm just trying to keep a healthy diet, which has all of the nutrition that I need. Stay away from the word everything, Olia. Okay. All right. Here we go. Next question. Where are places near your home to do healthy activities? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. So, where are some places near your home to do healthy activities? Puranjay says there are a few places in my locality that focus on healthy activities for the public. For example, there's a park near my home which has a large running track and an open gym for people to work out. Puranjay, very nice, and I loved your use of the word locality. Okay, it's an excellent word choice in that context. Okay. All right. Let's see some more. Tanmay Patil says, I usually go on a mountain. Tanmay, let me correct that. So I usually go for a hike on a mountain near my apartment. It's just a 5-minute run from my place. There is an open gym on the summit. It's a good place for physical activity, as I can do a warm-up before getting into more exercise. All right, Tanmay, is it a mountain or more like a hill? Okay, it could be a hill. Mountains are usually quite high, students. So if I have to give you numbers, a hill would be like 500 meters or less, and a mountain would be like 500 meters or more, usually. Okay. It could be, I mean, mountain's not wrong, Tanmay, but hill might be a better word choice. Okay. The CR7 guy says, I have a gym on the terrace of the apartment building where I live. So I go there twice a week to keep myself fit and healthy. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, if you have a gym in your apartment building, that could be a good answer. Very nice. Sita Chetri says, no, I don't, because I already told you I take healthy diet. Sita, I think you're answering the vitamin question, so we'll move past that one. Okay. Roseman Shibi says, near my home there is a gym and a park. A lot of my friends go there daily to do exercise. During the evening, the park is filled with people going for strolls. All right, Rosma, it's not bad, but it's... well, yeah, you could use your friends or others if you don't do it, because it's not necessarily places you use. So, yeah, that's okay. All right. Amar Deep Singh says, as I am living in an urban area, there are a number of facilities available, like a gym, playground, and a running track near my home. Okay. Very good. Since I live in a densely populated area of downtown Budapest, there are numerous places to go and do activities which help people to build and maintain a healthy mind and body. These include a 5 5-kilometer running track, several gyms, at least half a dozen gyms within walking distance from my home, as well as a dance studio and rock climbing club. Okay, these are just some that you could think about, visualize. If you're going to give an answer this long that I just did, I did that on purpose, then make sure that you're fluent. Otherwise, just say 2 or 3 different points and stop, wait for the next question. Okay, repeat after me. Where are places near your home to do healthy activities? Since I live in a densely populated area of downtown Budapest, there are numerous places to go and do activities which help residents to build and maintain a healthy mind and body. These include a 5-kilometer running track, at least half a dozen gyms within walking distance from my home, as well as a dance studio and a rock climbing club. All right, students, fantastic. You have done an amazing job. Again, for lots more help with the IELTS exam, make sure to check us out at aehelp.com for academic IELTS, gieltshelp.com for general. If I didn't get to your answers today, my sincere apologies. There are lots of you in the class, which is fantastic. Make sure that you learn from each other also. I promise to do my best to get different students' responses and make corrections in future classes as well. Please download our app, Academic IELTS Help, from your app store. Tomorrow we will have a Task 1 table example class for our members, and we will have a listening practice example with strategies class for all of our viewers to participate and chat. And that is it for me for today. I wish you a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. If your Wednesday has come to an end, then I wish you a good night's rest and a good start to the day tomorrow. Much love to all of you. Bye for now.